Good morning. It's AM Tampa Bay at 8:41 on this Tuesday morning, and we have a very special guest in the orchestra, which is all lit up here. We're videoing up a storm here right now because we've got the brand new music director of the Florida Orchestra, Michael Francis, who is on board. And Michael, thanks for joining us here this morning on AM Tampa Bay, getting up early to a certain, well, I guess it's not too early now.
Well, it's rather early for us nocturnal creatures who are musicians.
Right.
A great pleasure to be here. Thank you very much, Jack.
Well, it's great to have you on board. And I've been doing commercials for Florida Orchestra and talking about the upcoming season, encouraging people to get season tickets and to get individual tickets, I should say, because the season starts October 2nd. Isn't that right?
That's correct, yes. Yes, we begin with a fabulous program with a small surprise at the beginning. Then we have Rachmaninoff's Third Piano Concerto. I'm not sure if you've seen the film Shine. Do you remember that film with Jeffrey Rush? And which that was the piece that effectively broke the pianist because it's known as the Mount Everest of concerti. Probably amongst the top 2 or 3 most technically challenging pieces you can play on any instrument. And we follow this sort of great behemoth of a piece with Copland's Third Symphony, which was, I would say, probably the great American symphony. And the significance of that is that we're really looking at America as a cultural institution, how it has influenced the world and how the world has influenced America in music. And so throughout the entire year, we have a whole series of wonderful pieces by American composers and also European composers who moved to America after the war or after the Russian Revolution, like Rachmaninoff. So I think it's going to be a very, very exciting celebration of all things American. And I can do that justifiably because my daughter is half American.
There you go. Michael, you're a young guy, so I would imagine that this is not your father's or grandfather's orchestra. I mean, and y'all have made an effort, I see, that you want to kind of bring in young kids and get them excited about this kind of music.
That's absolutely right. And I think music it's so important nowadays. We all have our own personal playlists, which are mark significant points in our life, whether that be country and western, classical, or rock, or pop, whatever it is. So we really believe that music is for everyone. And classical music offers us a chance to listen to music together in silence. And it's a really powerful experience. So we wanted everybody to experience that. And so we have a program called the Classical Kids, in which all children under the age of 18 are welcome to come along, and they get in for free. As long as they're with their adults or their parents. And we had over 1,000 last year. And I'm personally looking to double that.
Oh, good.
I haven't told the orchestra, but I am.
Your wife is from Tampa, right? How did you guys meet?
We met at the Hurlingham Club in Fulham, which is a little bit further away from Tampa.
Just a little.
Yes, exactly. She was working, Fulham in London, I should say. There's probably a Fulham in America as well. So we met. She was working for a charity. And then all the stars aligned. And when I was offered the position, we knew that she was pregnant. So we now live 10 minutes from her mother,
nice.
Who lives in Lutz, and our child was born in St. Joseph's North.
Oh,
that's great.
And my wife went to Gaither High School.
Oh, good.
So you got some ties to this area.
Oh, I tell you, I really am already intrinsically linked, umbilically tied to the place.
I think so. And you've got that great Brooklyn accent, too.
Yes, thank you very much. Some people think it's the Bronx, but thank you.
It's Brooklyn. It's definitely Brooklyn.
Definitely Brooklyn. No, seriously, you are learning to speak English very well, which I think is great. Also, I know I've been talking about, for those who say, well, classical music, I don't know if I can handle too much of that. But you're going to be doing some Sinatra stuff, the pop music from back in the 40s, big band era, as well as, I think I read in the commercials, U2 and Led Zeppelin, stuff like that?
Yes, I think you've named pretty much most of them. You're absolutely right. Is that
Jack's a Led Zeppelin guy, that's right.
Oh, are you? I see. Very good. Very good. My brother was a U2 fan.
Oh, I'm a huge U2 fan.
Yeah, and though we do an awful lot of cross-pollination between rock and pop and different things, and it's a very vibrant institution. We're constantly looking to be alive. It's not just a museum for music by dead white guys. It's also something alive for the music of today. I mean, music constantly evolves, and we want to reflect that as an orchestra. In fact, my second concert, I'm doing a concert called A Night at the Oscars, which is part of our pop series.
Oh, I love that.
Which we look at music from the 1930s right through to the most modern films of Oscar-winning scores or Oscar-winning films and their music.
Do you have a favorite piece of music to conduct?
I have too many. If I started mentioning them, we'd be here till tomorrow.
Okay. We'll be here tomorrow.
But I should say, in the film music, I am quite looking forward to conducting Rocky.
Okay, good.
Rocky.
I know.
Yes,
it's sort
indeed.
it's within every man's Y chromosome. Isn't it? You have to like Rocky. It's just.
Oh, indeed, and that was an Academy Award winner, I think.
Yes, I think it was.
Rocky.
I think he won it for best screenplay. In fact, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about best film, but something.
I don't
Made him
think
rich.
He got best
He did.
film, but he had written it, directed it, starred in it, and everything else. So it was definitely a Rocky film from start to finish. But the music was great, and I can't wait to hear the what you all do with hip hop.
Me too. We'll both be pleasantly surprised, I'm sure.
That's been quite a dramatic change, I would say. And the other thing we point out is that you don't have to go to the orchestra necessarily, because the orchestra comes to you, being that you all play in venues throughout the Tampa Bay area. Absolutely.
We don't want the orchestra to feel limited by the size of the concert hall. Actually, it's the size of the community. And I think I'm so excited to live in the Tampa Bay area. 4.5 million people and growing. And judging by the amount of roads being built, it's really tremendously exciting place. And we really feel that an orchestra is for serving the community. So we do play in hospitals. Last year we played at the Moffitt Cancer Center.
Wonderful.
And we played at the All Children's Hospital, International Mall. And this year we have quite a few different venues as well, which we can announce as we go along. But there's going to be a real sense that we are your orchestra. We want to come and play to you. And not everybody is able to travel to concerts through health reasons, sometimes through financial reasons, all sorts of different things. But we're accessible.
Well, it is the Florida Orchestra, and the website, which I ought to know that, and which I think I've got it somewhere here, where you can get ticket information and everything, is floridaorchestra.org. Season opens October 2nd, but single tickets are on sale now. And go to floridaorchestra.org, and you can learn about all the concerts. And we will be talking to Michael throughout the course of the season coming up and let you know what's going on there. And, Michael, we certainly appreciate your joining us this morning on AM Tampa Bay. And keep working on that English. You're getting better.
Well, I'll do my very best, Jack. I'll try and pick up the local twang at some point.
Not to mention the hip-hop.
That I need a lot of work on.
With the Florida Orchestra. Can you imagine that? Some of those songs. Thanks so much, Michael.
Great pleasure. Thank you, Jack.
And that's Michael Francis, the Florida Orchestra music director, who's going to be making music for you.